It had been a good summer morning, peaceful and quiet. The birds were singing their song, the golden light was just beginning to peek through the kitchen window, and Theo was sipping on his favorite coffee. Simple start to a simple day. Or so he thought. His peace was interrupted by the sound of the back door being flung open by his wife. "Theo!" she practically shouted at him. "Theo, honey, you have to come with me right now. You have to see this." Before he could ask any questions, the man was pulled out into the world and started following her down the old forest path. They walked for about 3 minutes, the husband's questions going unanswered, his wife just repeating, "Is this it? No? Where is it?" Theo was starting to feel concerned, until they finally came to a stop. "There it is!" She pointed and smiled wide. She seemed almost manic. "What are you talking about? Are you okay, Junebug?" She ignored him again and instead walked into the small forest clearing they stood in front of. It was a beautiful place, stunning greens all around them, the rays of sun shyly peeking through that same green of the canopy. A beautiful big oak proudly rooted in the center of it all. And a single blue rose growing near a fallen tree at the base. "How did you even find this place?" "I saw the blue rose when I was walking. I bent down to pick it up, but then I heard it. After that, I didn't dare pick it." "Heard what?" Junebug seemed unsure of herself, the same look someone has when testing cold waters. A moment passed, and then her entire expression changed into something pure, beautiful, her smile wide, her eyes closed. She swayed in place for a moment. "Theo," she said, "come, stand over here with me. I need to know I'm not crazy. I need to know you hear it too." Theo hesitated, obviously, even more concerned for his wife than when they first stepped outside. Yet, he stepped forward anyways, listening for... What exactly am I supposed to be hearing? The husband was about to turn to face his wife, to ask questions, his mouth already parting to speak his mind, when he heard it. It started off slow at first. "A piano?" he thought to himself, his brow furrowed in confusion as the music began to build. He spun in place, searching for the source. "What is that?" "You can hear it too?" Junebug asked. "The music? Yeah, I can hear it. Where's that coming from?" "Here," his wife responded. "It's coming from here." Theo chuckled. He began to walk around the tree slowly, looking for a hidden speaker, and even further around him. Maybe somebody is just practicing out here, or pranking us? But where are they? "Isn't it the most beautiful music you've ever heard?" She was right. Theo had never heard anything like this before. Each note lingered in his mind. Each note caused goosebumps to rise on their arms. Each note pulled forth memories and nostalgia of a time they had either forgotten or never experienced. "Hello?" he called. They both called. Though alone or together, it made no difference. No one would ever answer. They would never find the source of the mysterious music. But it didn't matter to them. It kept playing, and they continued to return to listen to the music of the unseen and unknown composer. They learned a handful of things very quickly. The music only played in the clearing, nowhere else in the forest. It would cease the moment they stepped away from the musical sanctuary. Another thing was that the song was never the same. It always changed each time they visited, giving the couple something new to experience and always something to look forward to. The last was that the musical tone and emotion shifted during seasons. They learned this when winter began to calm the world with falling quiet and resting white. "You coming, Junebug?" Theo yelled out to his wife as he began to layer himself with winter clothing. Somewhere deeper in the house, she responded, "Just trying to find my scarf. Have you seen it?" "Over here, babe, next to the back door." They gathered everything they needed quickly, as if they were in some kind of a hurry, as if the concert would start without them. It never did. But they both secretly worried about missing music they would never hear, simply because they weren't there. The whole "if a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, yada yada yada" speech that Theo would occasionally give was said as a joke at first, but it did have a place in their mind. Such beauty going unwitnessed seemed like a crime. Soon they left the warmth of their home, walked the snow-covered path, the same one they walked so many times before, and arrived at their sanctuary of songs. The couple sat down on the fallen log, as usual, took a sip from the warm thermos containing hot chocolate, and listened. And the music came. It did sound different. It was the first time they had noticed the change in tone. Not unwelcome, but definitely different. More melancholy, but still beautiful. Oh, how beautiful it was. They loved the music. It had quickly become their favorite pastime, and a secret they would keep. Something just for them. A hidden private world. Just for them. They walked that same old path again and again and again. Years passed, seasons changed, their love grew strong, and the music seemed to know. It was always right, always perfect for every moment. Perfect. They would dance in the clearing, sway with the sounds only they could hear, laughing and holding each other close, laughing at the animals watching them with confusion from the trees, smiling at night as they fell into a deep sleep, filled and colored with wonder only they would know. The thing about music, though, no matter how good the song is, it has to have an end. The same as life. Nothing can go on forever. Theo had become sick. Very sick. An elderly man now, having lived an incredible life of love and wonder and music, now restrained to a hospital bed far from his favorite place in the world. "Oh, the music," he had said, the last thing he had ever said actually. "How I would love to hear the composer's music one last time." Junebug walked the path one last time. She hated the idea of adventuring here without her husband, even though she carried with her the urn containing his ashes. It was different. And while she had visited the clearing alone before when he was out of town, this was different. He was no longer in this world anymore. And she could feel it. She had cried, but could still feel the heavy weight of the loss inside, begging to come out. So her old, tired feet, now bare, walked the dirt path, one foot after the other. until they led her back into the clearing. It was so silent at first, and for so long. A new fear found its way into Junebug's mind. What if the music won't play anymore? What if it's just silence? She waited. She started to turn, to walk away. Oh, there it is. You're still here. You didn't forget about us. She spoke out to the composer, whoever he or she or even it was. It didn't matter. Junebug let her emotions flow with the music. Let the tears fall. Let the ashes fall. An even coat across the clearing, at the base of the tree, on the single blue rose that never seemed to die. Junebug pulled from underneath her shirt a locket containing the image of her late husband. She smiled and began to sway. Will you have this dance? And the music played on, and the clearing swayed with her.